Hey everybody, Privacy Smurf here from Zenalytics Trading with your Fear and Greed update to keep you one step ahead of the retail market.
Today's sentiment update is for the week ending Friday, January 26, 2024. Starting with Bitcoin, sentiment is down from 61 to 53. The Bitcoin bulls appear to be making a stand. Prices closed earlier in the week under 39K, and sentiment matched that on daily levels, getting below the midline, showing a majority bearish opinion. But the price rally on Friday here has brought the daily levels and sentiment back above the midline. It'll be interesting to see how the week closes out for price action. There aren't really any predictive elements. Looking at sentiment right now, the coming week will really be the test. Daily technicals look somewhat stable for Bitcoin though. Sentiment on the S&P futures is up from 68 to 77. Last week's analysis was on point, suggesting more potential upside. Another bullish week for the S&P will probably put sentiments into the greed zone, both in the daily and the weekly level. Technical analysis on the daily and the weekly level is also pretty similar. There's bearish divergences forming. Prices are going higher, but momentum is going lower. Measurements of divergence taken from the daily chart put targets around 47.50 for the eventual retracement, but I'm not expecting that to be coming in next week. Ideally, we'll have sentiment reach up into the greed zone first, so it'll be important to monitor the daily chart levels in the Discord. The US dollar index is up from 68 to 76 this week. Looking at the daily price chart, it's sort of consolidating around some highs. It's slightly broken its correlation with stocks and crypto, and there's not really any predictive elements since it's not yet into the greed zone. This coming week, if it's another bullish week, we'll probably push the sentiment into the greed zone, and it'll be time to start looking for some sort of technical retracement on the US dollar index, which would likely mean another bullish spurt for the risk on assets like stocks and crypto. Compared to last week, the needle has barely moved on gold. Sentiment is up from 62 to 63. The price change was about 50 cents, which equates to about negative 0.02% change from last week in prices. There's not really a lot to say here. I expect the $2,000 level to be the sentiment floor at the midline, where if prices start falling below that, sentiment will flip to a majority bearish, but there's not really a lot to say here. Wrapping things up with the 30-year Treasury bond futures, sentiment is down from 59 to 55 this week. We're in kind of an interesting situation. Sentiment seems to be slipping on the bond futures. Prices didn't change all that much, but sentiment has started to go down more. I kind of expect the 118 level will be the price support that matches sentiment. If prices start trading below 118, then we'll most likely be in a majority bearish opinion on bond futures. There's not really any predictive analysis to be done with this chart at the moment, but if I saw a technical signal come in for a bullish bounce around the 118 level and sentiment is remaining above the midline, I might be trusting that signal a bit more than any other time. Just a reminder, sentiment is great as an indicator, but it's really best utilized with some objective form of technical analysis to generate a signal to act on sentiment readings. If you like this analysis and want to help keep your emotions in check, pop into the Discord. I update sentiment there daily and have a bunch of extra tools and analysis that can elevate your trading game. Link is in the description, and I'll see you next week.